Hi guys, and welcome to an all signs single, where we are looking into how the person you will be in a relationship with next will look at you. Right. As always, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what resonates, leave behind the rest, right? Don't make it yours if it's not yours or if you don't want it. They are, as always, for entertainment purposes, and they are, we're doing it for the fun of it, right? I did it last week where we used this deck here, this archetype deck, to look into your next person that you will be in a relationship with. Now we're just taking that and twist it around, like meaning how they will see you. And as I said, this is for the person for the next relationship, right? And yes, we're going from Aries to Pisces. Timestamps are below. Take it for what you want, all right? Let me get something in my back here. Some support. All right, let's get to it. We're starting with Aries here. Timestamps are, by the way, below. Aries. 3 shuffles here. By the way, how are we going to look into it? We are looking at it in ways where we are looking at what they will like, and then a little challenging side. All right, let's see. Aries, the person. How will the next person they will be in a relationship with next? How will they see them? How will they see them? Good and the bad. How will the person see them? For Aries, the singles here, the person for them next in a relationship. Aries. Alright, Aries. Did you get last time as well something about an engineer? Was that you? Don't have to be an engineer. Engineer, healer, doesn't matter. What we have here, what they really, really like about you. Let's see here. We have magical child, rescuer, and mediator. They will like that you are capable of seeing the beauty in everything. You will have a beautiful belief. You are in nice contact with your inner child. You're fun, basically. You're fun. In a way you make them laugh, but in a very sweet way. It's the innocence about you. It's that of you laugh at silly things. You have a nice contact with your inner child. They're really gonna like that about you, because sometimes you can get a little pessimistic probably, and maybe you want to sometimes hide that you don't see beauty in anything, but you do. You have this little trick, it's this teasing eyes probably, or smile. You have that. They really, really digging that. They will also really like that you provide strength and support to others when they are in need of it. And when you give of love, and you don't expect anything in return. You're not. You are a rescuer in the sense that you're not. Well, when you give of your service, you don't do it just for the money here. That's also however, what they're gonna find a little bit challenging in it is that the servant here, that you give sometimes too much of yourself, or I don't know, sometimes maybe you could find a lack mentality inside yourself and use it as an excuse as to why not to move on. It may not be there's something you have heavy in you here. I'm just going to read the shadow attribute here of the servant is using a lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. I'm going to elaborate that in a minute here, but they really, really like your strength and your kindness. They also really will be attracted to that you have a gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. You have respect for both sides of an argument. I get that being yes, you can do that, but meaning that what I get here, you can. I got the you can be a bit quick when it comes to casting judgment, but you never have hidden agendas. That's what I really get, that they really like. Will fall in love with the fact that you have so much integrity. Right, it's the integrity Aries about you. You don't lie, and you don't do hidden deals. You are so straightforward, and that's very sexy. But yes, with that, show me more about this servant here. What is it about the servant? Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, and Page of Pentacles. It is basically, as it says here, is that you will have so much potential in you, most likely in terms of your career, right? And they may it's not something that will dislike or not disown. It's just, you know, we will all have something that we see in our partners that are a little, you know, why are they doing that? But it's not a bad thing. I'm just pointing always a little bit about it. They may see you as someone who has a lot of skill. You have a lot of wisdom. You could drive it somewhere. You could be a King of Pentacles, but you might prefer to stay at the Page of Pentacles because you don't like judgment, or you are afraid of having someone here playing with your emotions. You may have had bad experiences with people in powerful positions like Empress and Father. Could be a father, judgmental father, or something like that. So you give and you give and you give, and they may look at you and say, you know, Aries, you could take it further if you want to. And it's not from a dominating perspective, by the way. It's from a saying that, why hold yourself back? Because you appear very strong, right? So that's Aries. Now we have Taurus. Taurus, the person they will be in a relationship with next. Why am I so stiff? Taurus, the person you will be in a relationship with next. Yes, I should turn it up a little, but it is late. Taurus, the person you will end up in a relationship with here next. How will they see you, like you, and all of that? Taurus. Taurus. Advocate. I'm just going to pull out the cards here, right? I hope you're not an addict. Alright, let's see here. What will they really like about you? The saboteur, the student, and the artist. What they will dislike is the addict. I'm going to go into that in a minute. Yes, I understand. I understand the addict is not about being an addict. Hopefully not. But it's not that. Saboteur, they will really appreciate that you... Well, let me just read it. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it will bring to your life. Okay. Hold on. Alright, Taurus, alright, are we gonna take this on the good and the bad, or the bad, alright? No, you're taking it from the good here. Because you will only choose good partners. First, they will... Oh, I get it, yes. You know what, Taurus? They will really really appreciate or fall for the fact for that part of you which is willing to dive into your own self-sabotaging behaviors. You may be an artist, you may definitely have some skills here with that comes with the artist. What this is the artist? The artist is someone who, yes, as it says here, express a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. It's your depth. Basically, it is your depth, which you also get when you pull upon your own inner child. But I get here that sometimes you can lock it down here. You have talent, so the first and foremost, they are also very much attracted to your talent, but I really get that maybe they will run across you at a point where you are still exploring that talent. They will appreciate that you are not arrogant, that you will put in the work and study yourself, study new knowledges. Maybe you are a lifelong student. Right, and by that I mean that you are continuously learning new and new and new. You never stop learning. That's also what the artist does. Artist continues to learn, to create. They will appreciate that. And you might be doing this, Taurus, because you may previously have had a fear of self-empowerment, or doing this kind of spiritual work here. You might previously have been afraid of change, or you've been reluctant to it, right? And you came to an understanding at some point here in your life that it's time to make up with these self-destructive behaviors, right? So you continuously work. And something also about, you taking up new hobbies here. You explore something new. What they are not so fond of is perhaps sometimes you can have an addictive pattern to take over here. Maybe you become hyper-focused. Let's see more about this. Show me more about that addict. You can stress too much. High Priestess about, yeah, it's what they is. It is actually a little bit of a fine balance here. Yeah. They will really appreciate that. You are so curious, and you also, yeah, you go deep, right? What they will probably not appreciate could be that I don't know if someone ever cheated on you. That you stress a little bit, possibly about, first and foremost, about worrying about change. For some of you, it could also be about, is there another woman? If my person is not with me, and then you can do spy work, right? I don't know if you, maybe some of you may not appreciate if some of you have an addiction to tarot. I don't know. But they really, really, really appreciate your I want to say sternness, but your it's like they like your willingness to learn. They just really don't like that if you employ it on them. If that makes sense. So you're probably a tough cookie, but they're still, they're loving the fact that you are so autistic. Yeah. I also get that what they will also love is probably they will run into you at a point in time when you are just starting something new. Could actually be a student studying, right? Or taking on some kind of a new direction here. They will love that. It could be in the art. It's almost like they will also admire, that really like that you have blown open your own path and just taking on something new, right? For some of you, it's that you will work with people who also have bad habits, but I still get that they. I think it's you need to know what they're up to, or something like that. But there will be a reason for that. So communication, probably. So now we are on to Gemini. What will the person Gemini ends up in a connection with? Oh God, I need this. Ah, yes, okay. It's my lower back killing me today. So, Gemini. Person they will end up with, yeah. Next person. What do you like about Gemini? Gemini. Damsel. Gemini, what do we have here? The next person here for you. What will they be mad about in a relationship? Next person in a relationship. Ooh, oh, you get two. All right, but of course. All right, let's get to it. Don Juan. First and foremost, what they will really, really like here is that you are a warrior, a visionary, and a saboteur. I know I don't pronounce that right. Saboteur. Yes, if you want it in Danish, you're a saboteur. No, kriger, visionær, saboteur. All right, let's get back to English here. Now you had a little Danish lesson. Warrior, you are strong, you're skilled, you're disciplined, and you have a toughness of will. You are a little bit of a hero, right? A little bit, but you are stoic. And you have self-sacrificing in conquering your own ego. You have a capacity to envision what people may not perceive, okay, cannot see here. The visionary, you can see forward, and you can see forward basically. It says it. Is it what it is in the word, right? A visionary. What is a visionary? Someone who uses not more than creativity. Visionary is more about, using the mind's eye here. It's that of seeing. You're seeing patterns. You're seeing. You can basically put 2 and 2 together and then see what will end up, right? Yes, it's 6. No, it's because the artist works differently. A visionary is more logical. But the kind of visionary tends to pull upon the artistic side as well. But maybe it's just the fact that you're able to, very logical. You can observe patterns here outside. And what you can see is possibly self-sabotaging behaviors in others or in yourself here, right? But I also very much get that you are capable of actually observing, of spotting the patterns of breaks, if that makes sense. Breaks, little cracks in foundation, even if it's just, cracks in the foundation of, you see opportunities basically. You see potentialities. You can think outside the box. You can break it also. So you're a visionary who has the audacity to break open something and try something new. And you have the warrior mentality. So you basically, to this person, this is, they see you as high up here, right? They really, really, really admire you for your strength and your skills. What they will not be so fond of is the dilettante and rescuer. So, of course, a jack of all trades, not master of none. As a Gemini in a nutshell. They will not be so fond of, if you, maybe, not that, they're not gonna, because these are just, traits that we all have traits in people where we're like, we love that, but maybe, it's not that it means that we don't want to have anything to do with them, but, we don't have anything to do with them. But for you, it might be, or for them, it might be that you are a jack of all trades, master of none sometimes, right? So that you have this vision, you have these visions, but do you actually dive deep in the knowledge, or do you just study it superficially here? Do you actually dive down deep? But yeah. And then what they will probably also be a little bit is that if you expect, the rescuer here in reverse is basically assuming that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. So it would basically be that of giving and expecting something in return, right? Can you give without expecting anything in return, or is there always a do you get pissed if someone here, if you did someone a favor and they didn't return it immediately, do you get pissed, right? Do you always expect there to be something quid pro quo? Meaning, is in terms of if you do a good favor. Not in terms of, your work, if there's a contract to it, but as a good favor that are providing strength and support to other people when they are in need. Do you then expect something in return? It's like, I'm not going to show up for their birthday, they didn't show up for mine. Or something like that, I don't know. But no, not the birthday. It's more about, I'm not going to be kind to them because, I don't know, they're not going to be kind to me. So that's what I got here, but they really see you as a strong one, right? So now we have Cancer. Next person in a relationship here for Cancer. How will they see and love about you? The Cancer. Cancer. Show me the Cancer. All right, we're starting with what they will really, really like about you, right? They will really like that you are a detective and an angel and a lover. What they are not so going to be a little bit challenged with is that you are a monk or a nun. All right, we're going to dive into it. First and foremost, detective. You will have great powers of observation and intuition and a desire to seek the truth. They basically like your intelligence here, and also that you, if you can't be lied to, because if anyone here will try to lie to you or falsify information, you will go and seek out the truth like a detective here, right? You don't take bullshit. I hope the sound is okay, Cancer, here, because I have to speak low because it's actually rather late. But they also that you're an angel. You're an angel, darling. You help others in need with no expectation of getting anything in return. You give of yourself a lot, okay? Cancer, you give of yourself a lot. People can come to you and you will help them find the truth. And not only that, you are a great lover. You are great passion, great devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. I get a little, I guess, Cancer. You know what is interesting about this is I actually get an insight into the person I'm reading on, which is then you, right? Definitely water sign. Yeah, for you, yeah, you are a water sign. I don't know about them, but yes, definitely you can definitely feel the water in you. Your kindness is basically your kindness. They love this archetype Cancer here, the kindness, unconditional love. People you don't even know, and you don't lie. I really get what they really love here is that you don't lie. You don't. You are honest, and you also expect honesty in return. You're not particularly about the material here. That's not one matter here. You are so devoted, even sometimes that it can become self-destructive. Your devotion can become self-destructive, right? You could be a perfectionist. I'm just reminded here, this has nothing to do with this, I'm reminded of the loving Cancer in my family, who I swear to God, things have to be, because he loves something. Let's see, if the car is being washed, right? It's to perfection. Perfection, nothing less. Even when he's about to, can we help you? You're clearly tired, and it has to be perfect. It's like, you can't ask for help from us, okay? You don't have to do it all yourself. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yes, it has to be perfect. All right, but if it doesn't have to be perfect, can we then help you so you don't drop? Please. Can we please help you? Yeah, but you have so much devotion here, right? They like that. What they not so what you don't really, what they could be a little bit about here is that you, what the hell does piety mean? Sometimes you would have a negative perspective here of the physical world, right? Maybe I really get here is that for you, Cancer, there may be something here about sex or passion here that you are a little bit reluctant. You may be reluctant here to open up yourself here, because sex could come to mean something almost obsessive for you, right? And you want to make sure that it is not taken advantage of. It's almost as though the intimacy here would trigger your devotion. And you want to be absolutely sure that no one will take advantage of your love when it is opens up, right? But I get that they will be patient about that. But what I really get here is that of you sometimes being, I don't know, too rigid in terms. I don't know if there's something here about the material world. All right, let's see, what do we get here for that? That's that monk nun about. Ace of Cups, right? It gets that you don't want to share of yourself here, of your love. You give only pieces. It could be money, or could also be time here. You give very little, right? It could be with sex. or love. It might just be in the beginning stages here that you give very, 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 very little. You are a little like that. Especially, but I don't really see this being something that they are not, you know, not. It's nothing that's, you know, you should probably. They still, you know, they see all of this. They see you as an angel and all of that. So it's not something that's bad, right? I mean, it might be because you don't want to be fooled by anyone, whatsoever. You don't want a false fire king, right? You want a real fire king. Not that they have to be a fire sign, but you know, so if they like the chase, then okay. And what else? Yeah. I also get something about the way you critique material world. So maybe you're very, very spiritual, and I don't know, maybe. Let's see. It's not bad. Let's see what we have here for Leo. Next person for the relationship here for Leo. The Leo. The next person here in a relationship. Leo. That was very interesting. Wow, I keep this second time I get addicts over here. Alright, what they really, really like about you is the mentor, the gossip, and the queen. What they are not so fond of is the addict. What I mean not so fond of is basically a personality trait, which could be, you know, that brings tension, but not in a bad ways, you know. That's which creates the potential for growth, right? Where we disagree sometimes. Alright, let's start with all the amazing things. Mentor, gossip, and queen. How the hell? Alright, I get that. Mentor. You pass on wisdom and refining a student's... Passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Is your grace and dignity. As I always say with this, strength is the grace and dignity. The mentor is that you have gathered a lot of life experience, right? Or just you have something here to share. You have the capacity here to take your experiences, your wisdom, right? Your lived life experiences, and turn them into valuable lessons, or so to say, you know, which you do in tarot, right? You have insights into it. You don't have to have lived it, but you know, you right. I can explain it. For instance, the major arcana in tarot are associated with specific life lessons, right? Wheel of Fortune, learning how to deal with change, things being thrown up into the air, Tower, reconstruction of your mind pattern, and also again dealing with change when it comes from the outside, right? All of that, we go through it, wisdom, you can pass it on, you can teach also, but not only that, you are also, you're willing to, you can do it in a way where you are not, you're not so arrogant that you don't like, that you would stand against someone, your student becoming smarter than you, right? You are very, very dignified. It's almost like you're proud. You're proud of sharing and debating and then growing together. They are also very much fond of the fact that you do not gossip. You have a consideration for the feelings of others, and you honor trust. This is the dignified. You do not gossip. You will not gossip about them. And then we have the queen. Radiates a regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. As it is. As I just said here, you don't gossip. That is very important here for this. You're not arrogant, you're not controlling, you don't betray people. I also get you have very high standards. They see you as the Leo you are, basically. The regal queen, alright? It's basically you say queen. You don't have to be a queen here. But a woman here, but it's, you know, you can be a man here, but it's that of being basically protective of others. That's the feminine energy. That's the queen, protective of those you care about. What they are not so fond of could be that you could have some sort of an addictive pattern here within you. Maybe it's smoking, maybe it's, I don't know. Let's look into that addictive pattern here again. Show me the addiction for Leo. Page of Wands. What do I get? Do you have a like fiddler? I don't know. I got, you know, needing to have something in your hand all the time. Your phone. They are not so fond of your addiction to the phone. Oh my god. That is so specific. This is it's been a while since I got something so concrete. They are not so fond of the fact that you are always on the phone. Right? So if you are, for instance, sitting there having a conversation and you pick up the phone and you maybe, but I'm listening to you and you still look in the phone here. They don't like that. They may be like me, who is like, am I boring you? Put down the phone while we are together, right? I actually have done that. Told people, if they take up the phone while we're in the company together, I looked at them, stopped conversing with them, and then, well, for some instances, I've just walked out of the room because apparently I was boring them, right? No, I didn't, but tell them, am I boring? Sorry, but that's really what I get. They don't really like that. So that could be a cause of tension here. And those gossip things, right? They are absolutely, of course, I really get that some of you could have it a little propensity sometimes to gossip, but you wouldn't violate trust. And I know they trust you on that one. All right, so we are now on Virgo, the next person for Virgo here. Gotta. It's a big challenge here today. Finding comfort here. Hold on. Alright. Virgo, you and your next person. You and your next person here. No, the next person, how are they gonna feel about you, Virgo? I so hope the sound is gonna come out all right here. The next person here, how are they gonna feel about you, Virgo? And we're taking one more. Virgos, the single Virgos here. Dang it. All right. Virgo. Judge, yes. Alright, show me Virgo's person here. What they really, really like. Show me the Virgo's, the person next in relationship. Hero. Alright, let's start. I know we have to judge again. Okay, let's start here by looking into what they find amazing. Then we will look into what they could find a little challenging. We have hero, heroine, female version of the hero. Hero, heroine. How on earth would you pronounce that? Hero, heroine. No. And then thief and teacher. So basically, with the hero here, it's not afraid of climbing new mountains, and swear to God, climbing new mountains here and being there. Oh my God, your reading got disturbed there. Sorry. Your personal empowerment, basically the fact that you. Okay, that's hold on. Alright, so we have the hero here, which is basically passion for a journey or personal empowerment. Fever sheds light on the potential wealth within you that cannot be stolen, and teacher, a community to ability to communicate knowledge, experience, wisdom, skills, and all of that. They basically like your intelligence. All right, your intelligence, your willingness here to take on to go for new mountains of knowledges. I get this is a little bit here of you probably went through something here, you came out of it, and because of that, you know your values, you know what cannot be stolen from you. I also get something about your storytelling skills, but in many ways, it also, for some of you were teachers. It's just that of you. I really get this being in terms of your profession. Honestly, there's something here about you. Alright, hold on. The Wheel of Fortune, Strength, Star. It's something about the fact that you found. Oh my God, you Virgo, sorry. Yeah, you found that the strength here to pull back. I hope none. Oh my God, I just got someone lying. I'm so sorry. That's what I got. I hope none of you Virgos are liars. Telling a story that's not true. But what they really like here is sorry Virgo, you can see your reading got hijacked. Tell me. Warrior, Addict, Child, Eternal. Yeah, similar but better. It is that you have stood up for something here in your life, confronted addictive patterns, hopefully within yourself. And you can see things with new eyes. It's your inner strength. It's your similar to your ability here to weigh the pros and the cons of a situation. You're able to communicate about this. You have turned your experiences into some sort of practical skill. Your survivor basically. It's your surviving skills, which has brought you into a particular path. For some of you, you're just being teachers here, and that you learned here to not be dependent on anyone else. That's really what I'm getting here. Maybe you grew up in a family with addicts, or you have addicts in the family, and rather than be destroyed by destructive criticism, you have managed to turn it into for some of you, it's that you are, first and foremost, that you have been your survivors, right? Another thing is that for some of you managed to, maybe you work in it's almost like consulting the legal system, providing them providing information about thieves to people who work with thieves, meaning that, you shed light onto wealth that can be stolen. You teach you upon that. I don't know, I have no idea what that means. It's just your intelligence is basically all I get. It's your intelligence, your skills and all that. What they not what they could be a little bit annoyed with sometimes could be a tendency here to turn into self-pity, right? Maybe if you have a bad day, you can turn into, or you can sacrifice yourself too much to a story about what did go wrong, right? Here we have again the father or a man, we have, I don't know, it's almost that of being in an abusive relationship. It's not that they don't like it about you, it's because I really see the strength in you, that they are attracted to your capacity to be a survivor almost. not so much a survivor. It's more that you are willing to use your personal, the traveling out, or the travel out of that to your survival skills here, to teach your survival skills to others. That is what they really find attractive. But it's the story about what happened, right? That can be a little, sometimes you could have disputes upon that. Sorry, your reading really got distracted there. I'm so sorry. So now we are on to Libra. Libra. The next relationship for Libra. The next relationship here for Libra. Libra. The child orphaned. Alright, Libra. Your next person. Your next relationship here. What will they really like about you? They will like the Knight, of course, and Trickster, and what else? The Guide. What will they be a little reluctant to? The Virgin. All right, let's see here. The Teacher. So with the Knight, they will really like the loyalty, romance, and chivalry, and a love of honor. Is your romance, all right? Is your romantic side, Libra. It's really not that much to say. You may be very, very good looking. You're Libra. I heard that you were supposed to be very good. You're supposed to know. Something about long legs, apparently. No. Knight. It's basically your romantic nature, that of throwing rose petals everywhere, and yeah, romance. And that you're predictable. You don't manipulate with others. Yeah, I really get as though they actually like that you are predictable, right? You will go beyond convention if you need to, if you feel like it. You may actually be different who you are at home than who you are in public, right? And for some reason they like that. It's not about showing a different face. It's just the fact that you're not mutable. No, you're not. But it's that of being but they know where they have you because you are predictable. But at the same time, there's something about who you are when you're out. It's not who you are when you're home. But it's not because you're manipulated. There's a predictability to it, right? And then we have Guide here. Represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. It may be that I don't know what the fuck was up that the Guide. You are someone here who has a job of pointing people towards something here. You are a guide in your public life, or in your public persona, in your work and all of that, but you don't bring that home, right? What on else do you do? Are you dating coaches or what? This is a fucking soulmate that speaks beyond. I just saw these two. This is Temperance and the Lovers that together, and the Ace of Wands. This is soulmate. You know what? They really like the fact that you don't bring drama to the table. That the two of you have a very, very, very strong connection together. That even though you sometimes may be very, very different, you are different, but you're also the same. That's the weirdest thing. Yeah, you're different, you're the same, because, yeah, even the fact that you are different, you will be able to still have compassion and empathy for them, so there's not that much drama here. And then I also get, some of you said, like, your teacher here, right? You communicate something here, yeah. something about someone having to let go of something here. Anyway, I really get here there's something you do in your work where you have to be a guide. It's almost like, a teacher or something, but I keep repeating myself, you don't bring that home. Apparently that's really what they like. And your intelligence, seriously, this is what I just got here. What I just said, beyond the love here being here, is like the smartness, the guide that you are. You don't bring that home when you come home. You are husband, wifey. You are still reliable, but you can change these personas. You can be very smart, very communicative, very guiding, very directing. You direct in your public life, but you don't try to do that with this person. So I really get it's like respect or freedom. I know it sounds weird, but that's what I got. What they don't like is the Virgin. Fear of intimate union. You know what? You might end up with someone who likes to have an all-nighter. And maybe you're not into that. I think that sexually, for some reason or another, you may have to get to know each other. Yep, that's what I got here. But I do see a lot of happiness here. And I do not that I'm not seeing you two being attracted to each other, but it's more that of you might end up with someone who's a bit more raw and you're more romantic, but they still love the romance. But the two of you there's something about the sexuality there. Maybe you just have different styles. And I got here for that's something about, using condoms, the debate about, but it's the sensitivity, it takes off the sensitivity. It's like, yeah, but you use it. Sorry, I know that was very concrete, but that was what I got. Okay, let's see, sorry. What do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio, your next person here in a relationship. I really messed the Virgos and the Libras got messed up. So we have Scorpio. No, they weren't messed up, but they were definitely influenced by bad sitting position. Scorpio. 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 The angel. What do we have for Scorpio? They really like that you bring them tea when they are sick, and that you don't intimidate other people. Oh my god, are you ending up with a Libra? Alright, let's see here. I will tell you that in a minute, because I have pulled 3 cards of what they will be madly crazy about, and one that they are a little like, okay. They will really, really like that you have delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. You do what you do with authenticity, basically. You don't, how can I say this? You do not use the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with your life. But you do take a delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. I mean, just reading what it says here on here was basically the best way to say it. You are happy where you are in your life. Even if you probably run into people who might be asking whether or not, why should you not be doing something else? Should you not be, I don't know, further, or should you not do this or that? You're not, no. I'm doing this because that's what I like. You also highlight, well, how could this really be? The bully. They also like that you speak truth. You may be a little bit of a bully, or not bully like that, but they like that you For some reason, they actually like that you are intimidating. You also speak your truth, and you can be intimidating, right? But you're not someone who bullies other people. You just have a sharp tongue. Look at that, blowing there, blowing the wind, poof. But you may also be very intimidating to them. They also like that you are willing here to take on new artistic pursuits. They may be simple pursuits, so they're not in requirement of so much. You know, you don't. They are not. They are not. You know, they are like hobbies pursuits, right? They really like that you take up new hobbies. And you play around with arts, even though you are not a professional. So maybe I really get a young energy here with you, right? You take on new things. You don't pretend to be something you're not. Meaning that you don't pretend, you don't study a topic here and then go out and pretend to be an expert. Study a topic superficially and then go out and pretend to be an expert. You know your limits and you stay with that, but you take on, you know, you're not basically not afraid of being an amateur, you know, the step before professional, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's really what I get here. There's nothing, you're not afraid of throwing yourself into new projects and to give to others and be happy where you are. Maybe you are on the road to something here, right? But when you are at, it's not because, for some of you, it's just that you are where you are in your life and that's fine. And then the others where it's like, you are on the road somewhere and you're just happy where the fuck you are. All right, that's really all I can say. You don't hide behind a false mask. What they are a little bit reluctant, or not reluctant, a little bit, you know, Scorpio, please, is your hedonist way, which is why I asked, are you going to date a Libra here because of the sexuality? The sex, meaning that you might be very lusty, or you might give in, you know, you may really be very, very sensual and they may not be. So you might want more sex than them, right? Yes, you may want to be seen and to be touched and to be, I don't know, and they don't really, they are more communicative and they may be, yeah, they may really have a lot of air in their chart. You might like to dominate in the bedroom, and they are a little. They are a little. No, please, please, please let me also have a say. Can we be more intimate? Can we just look each other in the eye sometimes? And do we have to have sex every day? Because I really get that you're lusty. Yeah, there we have the student. That makes sense here. Yes, student, warrior, Don Juan, and for some of you, it's actually that it is the beat. What do you call it? BDT, some bondage, BDTC. You know, BTS, BTC. I don't know. You know that. 50 Shades of Grey, that terrible movie. Books, I mean, swear to God, along with Twilight, that's just a waste of time you never get back. Not that I watched it. Friend had the book, opened a few pages. No, I actually tried to watch a bit of it. It was terrible. I have... Sometimes happens that I argue with movie. Sometimes you watch a movie and it is so awful that it sits with you as a disgrace. All right, let's see. What do we have here for Sagittarius? The next relationship here for Saggy. How will the person really like and see and all that? Saggy. Meet us. The addict. Too many. Alright, no, apparently. And the femme fatale. Are we basically going like a journey here? Alright, so what they really like about you is that you are capable of recognizing and confronting your own addictive patterns. Maybe you stop smoking or something like that. You reveal your emotions through humor, and you help people laugh. And you free yourself and others of destructive impulses. For some of you, is that you stop smoking, or you stop some kind of addictive pattern here within yourself. And the fact that you're funny. You're not afraid of facing your own demons, basically, right? That's also what you do when you stop, when you have to deal with, if you have to speak up or not speak up, if you have to deal with your own addictive patterns, you gotta dance with the devil inside yourself. You don't compromise integrity and honesty here, and you don't let your own habits have control over you. You could actually have Capricorn in your chart, because this screams a little bit Capricorn energy, right? For you here, which is that of laughing at, having the audacity to laugh at shit, to laugh at darkness, but not, in the mockery, but more in the sense of, yes, there is darkness in me. Yes, I have bad habits. Am I going to let it rule over me? No, I'm gonna face it, and I'm gonna do so in ways where I use humor, right? And femme fatale here, it could have to do with something about sexuality, right? What they are not so fond of is that if you have a tendency to make up stories that are not true, right? You might tell stories, make them a little bit more extravagant than need be. No. Yeah, that there's something here you don't want to speak about. Maybe they don't, if you have something that's your family, there could be situations here with your family, bad experiences or something that you carry on your shoulder here, you won't open up about it. I just see that the tendency to not tell everything, I hope you won't deflect or anything, or you will, it's just a storyteller of making up stories, okay? Making up stories that could harm others. Am I telling you that you are a liar? No, I really get it that off of, stories about money, sex, and power, maybe. Yeah, I really get is that you may sometimes shift on them a little bit here. You project an image so you fit into one. If you want one environment, you have that image, you have that persona on, and then another one, you have another persona on. Remember, this is just how they see. They're still here, because it's not because they're gonna dump on that. They still have here that they really like that you recognize your own behaviors, you face it, you free yourself of destructive patterns, and also other people, if you want to help on that. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe sometimes you could have had, you two of you could end up in, you could fight a little bit or have disagreements where you just deflect it, or you just don't say everything, right? Maybe that there could be a little, that's annoying, Saggy, for them, right? Their perspective. We all have disagreements about something. This is where we have, it's in that room of disagreement we have the potential to grow, okay? That's why I pulled one of these shadows. So, what do we have for Capricorns? The next relationship for Capricorns. How will they see? What will they like? Where will the room for disagreement emerge for the Capricorns? For the Capricorns. Cappy. Mediator. What do we have? What will they really like about you? The Guide. The Hermit. And the Midas or Misa. What will they be a little... Where do we have the potential for growth here? We have it in the Mediator as was there. And we have a Liberator underneath. Hold on a moment. Alright, so we have as the light attributes, we have the Guide, the Hermit, and the Midas Misa. The Guide, alright, that's interesting. Represents the nature of the divine in life in yourself. The Guide... the Guide is such a wonderful... It's the Sage, it's the Crone in the other deck. It's the wise woman, wise man, basically. It's basically you basically show up as a hermit here. You show up as a Virgo, okay? You show up as a Virgo. What they really like about you is that, you know what? Let's find the book, read you the Guide here, so you can have a better understanding of it. Because it's basically that of solitude here, as I see it also showing up with the Hermit. But they may really appreciate the fact that you, or something here about you related to you're not a sellout, right? You're not a sellout. You don't sell out on your spiritual principles or your moral compass here. And you are always, you are very much, you rely on your own inner guide in many ways. So what they really like about you is that you seek solitude here to focus on your inner life, which serves creativity. And from those creative purposes, you have a very entrepreneurial spirit, which gives you an ability to turn anything into gold. And you are willing to share that goal. It's basically like you are, yes, you're a bit of Virgo here, right? Where you go on your little pilgrim journey, find a new idea, you work on that in solitude, and then you turn it into gold. Apparently that's really what they like about you. And what they can sometimes find a little, is that it's basically your intelligence. Is that you are... Do you have the... Alright, I'm gonna tell you a few here what I get. First and foremost, they could sometimes get annoyed with you if you ever try to have negotiate with them with an ulterior motive. For instance, such as withdrawing from them with the intention of having them then chase you. That will annoy them. Alright? That will annoy them. Let's show you the Guide. Guide. The Guide. Let me show you the Guide here, which is basically a teacher of religious blah 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 principle. That doesn't tell me anything. Look for no, it doesn't give anything. It's basically what I said. It's practicing what you preach. It's all I get. Yeah, you practice what you preach, and you preach based upon going inside yourself. But because you may be very secretive, right? Because you're secretive, Cabby, that might bring up this. Maybe they sometimes question or not whether they do trust you. It's such a difficult thing to explain. They do trust you. It's just because you're such a hard nut to crack. You can see, even me trying to dive into it, it's difficult because you are a fucking hard nut to crack here. It's the poet. You express soul insights in symbolic language. Alright, maybe some of you are very spiritual. Anywho, let's leave that there. You show up as a Virgo. But what they also really like is that you don't, whatever it is that you do, it's not about the money. It's about the work. It's a typical, Capricorn will like to know. They admire you for not selling out on your principles for money or anything else. You do what you do. You represent yourself and your creativity in ways because of who you are, your own integrity, basically. But then again here, let's look into this mediator, that they are a little bit, yeah, because they see in you this ability to negotiate fairness and your strategy, and you see both sides of an argument. But sometimes they might, because you have this capacity that you withdraw. Is it because they sometimes wonder, Cappy, are you seeing both sides of a story all the time, or are you seeing it just from your side? Can you see my side as well? Oh, you're hard for this person. High Priestess, King of Cups, 10 of Wands, and the Moon. Gabby, what the hell? Why are you showing? All right, you are an enigma to this person. I'm not joking. You're an enigma. I'm reading this and I'm sitting. Are you sure you're dating a Capricorn? Are you sure you're dating a Capricorn here? You don't show up as a Capricorn to this person here. You're more like a Virgo or a Pisces. What is that? You keep things to yourself. You don't speak your emotions, and that becomes almost. It becomes heavy to them. They have to guess here, right? Yeah, you're closed book. You don't open up. I'm basically seeing they have to, like, with the, knock, 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 knock. Enigma, open up. Yeah, there's something here about, you're not that vulnerable to this person. But they what was it that they really loved there? Yeah, you confront empowerment at the level of the physical. It's basically probably the fact that you are very spiritual, or you're able to turn to yourself and then get your ideas and turn it into gold. Basically, you're very entrepreneurial. For some of you, this is also that you are a workaholic, right? Not workaholic. Yeah, it's that which I just saw here was your work process, the way that you make business, right? It's that, you go on your own idea and figure out what the next to do in your business, right? And they admire it. All right, so we are on to Aquarius. What they will like about the Aquarius here. Your next person in a relationship for Aquarius. I think they will like that you're an enigma. That's it. They will like that you're an enigma. Aquarius. Aquarius. Networker. Of course you have networker underneath. Enhances unity through the sharing of information. It's basically they would like you for being an Aquarius. That of speaking to many. Alright, let's see. Basically being capable of making people come together. Aquarius, what will they really like here about you? The guide, also the guide, and the rescuer, and the liberator. Not so much will be the fool. And underneath the deck we have storyteller. What they will really like. Oh, you also get this guide. I swear to God, this guide. Also that you are very spiritual. You have a lot of wisdom. You are also okay with being alone. This is also what the Capricorn got. That they liked that someone was capable of being alone. I don't know if I said that to Cappy. But Cappy got 2 cards of saying what they really like about you is that you can you can be alone. But that is, it's important that you are able of being entertaining yourself in you are happy in your own company. And that's also what I get here with you. You are happy in your own company. You can be alone. They don't have to entertain you the entire time. It's basically that, right? They also like that you provide strength and support to others when they are in crisis, and you do so out of love and not expecting anything in return. And a liberator, you free yourself and others from outmoded beliefs and release negative thought patterns. It's typical Aquarian here. Happy in your own company, you're very independent. You give without asking anything in return, and you give without wanting people to be dependent on you. Whatever it is that you give here, yes, you can show up for the rescue, but you're not going to do so in ways where you make people dependent on you. You have that father energy here with you, which is, I will guide you. I will guide you. I will be there for you, but I will guide you by showing you the way. I'm not gonna smother you in here so you lose your independence. I will show you the way. I will stand by you. I will support you. I will do so out of unconditional love. But my goal in life is not to make you dependent on me, right? That's what they really like about you. And you also don't engage with negative thought patterns here, right? You don't have this desire to be a tyrant. You don't have this desire to as I said here, to take people in to the rescue, to help them, to guide them, but doing it in a way where you impose your thoughts on them. You really have this Aquarian energy here with you, which is, hey, I'm just here, this is what I believe. You can believe whatever the hell you want. I will be there for you. I will support you. You do your thing, I do my thing. I mean, liberator, this is so Aquarius. The liberator. And the guy is, free yourself and others from outmoded, outdated belief systems and releasing negative thought patterns. That is Aquarian in a nutshell. What Aquarians gotta learn in life. Just basically what Aquarius gotta learn in life. Release negative thought patterns and liberate yourself. And also others, but mostly yourself, right? What they are not so fond of is probably your sharp tongue, your humor. Using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. Yes, it's that you are not that emotional. It's not it's your sharp tongue, but very much it's that of you may not be, you're not a water sign. Can we just say it like that? It's not to say there's anything wrong here with you. It's just that maybe, and they still love you, right? And then they're not gonna want to change you at anything. It's just that of and sometimes you can have this stone face about emotions. Yes, I feel emotions. You do feel them, but you're not. That's all I can say. You're not a water sign. Look at that. Pull out. You're not a water sign, no, but you know how to sail a boat on it, right? You're not. You're an Aquarius. You're not a water sign. Six of Swords, Six of Cups, and the King of Wands. There may also be something here, a mindset from your past that you've been with you since a childhood, which could be a negative mindset that you laugh off. You might have a tendency sometimes to shame yourself or denying. You become the bully of yourself, basically. Maybe you bully yourself sometimes, but you release yourself from it, right? But there could still be incidents of it. So it's basically that of being very harsh on yourself. And you also get this, that you are capable of communicating through symbols and stories about whatever it is that you want to communicate about. Is your capacity to tell stories, and they are guiding your storyteller. All right, Pisces. Next up, relationship here for Pisces. For being in a relationship with Pisces. The next person here for Pisces. How will they feel? What will they really like here about you? Pisces. Pisces. What do we have? What will they really like about you, Pisces? The hero, the avenger, and the teacher. What's not so much? The vampire. And then we have shapeshifter underneath. What will they really like about you? You have the hero, which is that of a passion for a journey of a personal empowerment, avenger, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself, and teacher, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. So, what I got here is your how can I explain this? Your idealism, which is in you. I get that maybe not ideal. There's an idealism here of wanting to reach this. It really should be called a Capricorn card. Look at the people going from the mountaintop. It's your ideal of now I really see here is that it's almost like seeing a mountaintop in the midst of an ocean. It's basically that of thinking outside the box here and really exploring the moon energy in you, that of really seeing things that are not there, but no, in a creative way. And maybe you're a mountain climber. Maybe they like that you are a mountain climber. You're adventurous. You might be a hero to them, right? But you're also a hero to them in a sense that they really like that you are capable here of bringing balance. When you fight for something, for a cause, you will fight for it. You will go to great lengths to speak for that cause. And not only that, you're willing to teach people. It's like you want to show the world. You want to show the world a new world. That is really interesting here. You want to show the world a new world. You want to teach. You want to talk. And it's a world that is different. So basically that's what I get. They really, really like the idealism in you. Your good heart. Yeah, it's really, I see the shapeshifter here. Let's just say here. A skill at navigating through different level of consciousness. Ability to see the potential in everything. That's really it. But then I really get that's where you're striving for here. Right? And then we have engineer. It's basically, my God. It's that you, all I can say is that your idealism. It's really that. It's typical Pisces energy. They love you for being a Pisces. And your desire here to take the journey of towards your own personal empowerment here to teach about it, right? So what they don't really like is depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency, right? I don't know if this is someone that you keep in your life, if you have a vampire in your life, if you attract them. Do you have this person in your life? Is there such a person in your life? Pisces. In that case, maybe you should let go of them. But it could also be that you need others. And by the way, by needing others, you could also allow vampires in here, right? Because you won't let go of them if you always need, and if there's no one else there, then alright, then fine, let the vampire come here. They may not so I really get is that they might sometimes be a little bit, Pisces, space. You may come at them very, very quickly here, and they may be more independent here and more about, you know, having autonomy, and you may like to be seen by them, and it could hurt you that they don't text you or they don't show you, actually, you know, not show you, so they really get that you want to take care of them. Like, you want to give them cups every day, all the time. If they, even when they're not thirsty, you bring them a cup, you know. That could feel a little, you know, some Pisces space. Sorry. So, but let's see here what else more to like about you. Yeah, you're romantic. You can turn anything into gold. Your business, and you are a warrior. Right? You have strength, skill. You're tough. You will not let your ego get in the way, which is that journey you've been on here. And you want to really, really, you really want to fight. You really want to teach this, right? And at the same time, you are romantic as fuck. And you turn things, you're creative. You can turn anything into a business idea. It's the Pisces, okay? It's the Pisces in a nutshell. Romantic, yes. Creative, yes. Want to really... People we have to take on the world, yes, Pisces. Maybe you are Aquarian cusper. Warrior, yes. You are absolutely not indifferent to the suffering of others, no. But you do have possibly this tendency to hoard on emotions, right? No, it's that you give too much. I really get that you are always on them. You are always on them. So yeah, that's or it's either that, or you have someone here in your life that you allow in who drains you. So, you know, show me more about a hermit. Yeah. I hope you don't have someone here in your life that wants to place you out of society and take you... I don't know. I hope you don't have someone here who deconstructs through negativity and... Yeah, I don't know. I hope you don't have that. But that was what I have here for you, Pisces, okay? I will see you next time. Take care.